could have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough. But taming the beast within is tougher. Taming the beast.
Hey, hey, na, na.
I pray you will find peace. Time to end them! Stop them! Light up the blazing sun! Let the world
You are loyal to the wrong master.
Get to work! Pyroclastic surge! 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙, get him! Light up the blazing sun! Time to shine!
Mulai kah?
Rev the engines! Witness my power!
Kaido. Kaido siap. Jir. Genshin siapa Kaido? Siapa sih? Kenapa ya? Kaido. Kenapa? Apaan mabar Genshin apa gimana sih maksudnya? Request lain Kaido. Tahu. follow dulu lah. Gip.
Take me up. Let's rock. Open fire. Hear the echoes of the valley. Bring it. Let the mountain's veins boil. Time to shine. All right. Letting great names echo. All right.
Kok aku di mute sih? Ini mana ya?
Let the world collide.
You are not welcome here.
Sick of this game. 𝖙𝖓𝖙. Open fire. 𝖙𝖓𝖙. All right. Let the mountain's veins boil. Fire in the hole. Take me up. 𝖙𝖓𝖙. Locked on. Locked on. This is our majesty's gift. Let my name echo in song. Bring it. Hear the echoes of the valley. Knock 'em down. Locked on. 𝖙𝖓𝖙. Letting
Hmm. Udah dong. Ya apa sih anjir dah.
Locked on. Open fire. Bullseye. Fire on the hole. Shower me with praise. Hear the echoes of the valley. It's time.
Mati lagi tuh anjir.
Open fire. Bullseye. Locked on. Open fire. Time to shine. Yoo-hoo. Locked on. Open fire. Locked on. Quit. Transcend. Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered.
This should be the place. Hi there. We're looking for 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖕. Are we in the right?
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Okay. 97. What number are you up to so far?
53. Be patient, I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh? Sounds kinda therapeutic in its own way. But we don't really have a good excuse to resort to violence here. And we definitely don't want to scare off our target. Why don't we pass the time by talking to some of his other patients? It looks like there's a few of them standing over there. Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling too?
Yep. Fellow clients of 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖕 here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, 𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓𝖕 calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you what, today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, 𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓 bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause, meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Exactly. Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖕? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys. Fine.
No, you don't just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest.
Streamer magang.
I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. But I can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole and free of distressing thoughts. Now, receive my guidance.
I don't actually remember the guidance, but
We're only...
That's a fair point.
Go on.
Well, but even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖕, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
What should we do now? We may have burned our bridges with these two.
At least we got some information.
There's still a lot of people ahead of us, though. Why don't you take a rest while Paimon keeps watch? Just like how we do it on the road.
Let him
world.
Who are you?
Traveler, it's almost time! Wow, that was a long wait. Paimon's gonna need a nap after this, too.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Alright, now time for us to go meet Mr. 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖓𝖙.
Goblok kan.
Oh, hello! We're number 97. It should be our turn now, right?
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
What? Why?
Because 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓...
We've been waiting so long!
Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier next time.
Drat. We should have barked. Yeah, nothing else we can do for today.
Sepertinya sama, bayanganmu yang terlampau bisa mati terhadap bijiku. Sepertinya kembali ku jatuh cinta piradi. Sepertinya sama, bayanganmu yang terlampau bisa mati. Kau ajak bicara, sepertinya kembali ku jatuh cinta.
I do worry about the well-being of my residents during my impromptu absence.
Sepertinya sama, bayanganmu yang terlampau bisa nana. Aduh, ribet banget ya. Apa sih tadi gue pengen nyari apa ya?
You can find everything and anything in 𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 groceries.
My potted plant on the porch has died again. I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
Yep, at least that's what his clients say.
How is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Is that right? Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race, always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
You think? Cause Actually, they sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the Isa bathhouse because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙 is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? To steal our customers? Or is there more to it? It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person. I need some idea of the kind of person he is. Otherwise, I have no hope of figuring out his motivations and goals.
Yeah, it's too bad. Although, if it's any help, we did hear a bit about his backstory from someone else. Apparently, he used to have a really rotten temper. But then one day he suddenly reached...
𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙. Rotten temper. Now wait just a minute. Filing patient records is normally the most tedious job in the world. But once in a while, something mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take a look at this.
𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓?
It's him. I remember him.
Wait, that guy? Oh no!
What is it? What about him?
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. That's pretty much 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓. His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest part of his day would be winning an argument and proving the other person wrong. If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he had issues.
Oh yeah. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 publishing house, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors. Naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the 𝖊𝖓𝖙 publishing house to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz! Where would you even start with a client like that? We'll see about that.
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Sure, his personality was very abrasive, but it wasn't hard to see why. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him very quickly. You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've faced a lot of rejection in the past and haven't achieved much in your life. You've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. This puts you and your ego in the center of your world. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people. But both of these are lacking in your life. You have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong. I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The 𝖊𝖓𝖙 publishing house practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry. How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
In the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them, too.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening to.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking about. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with. He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So the Tenryo Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotional outbursts. Eventually, with the help of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try some basic therapy. Finally, I was able to tweak his mood and stabilize his condition. It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately...
It was all my fault. For the last time, it was his fault for being a nutjob.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that Shion make that happen. Obviously, if she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Nomura Ichigensai are the same person?
In the name of the princesses.
Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
Bad dream.
There's no point.
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy.
Hello, please come with me. I'll get you.
Wait. Those are the
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to, they've come back. So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you Yume Kuibaku provide an unbeatable service. No scammer's gonna run you girls out of business.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion, please.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested. Problem solved. It looks like the 𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓 bathhouse will be back in business in no time. No idea if our investigation actually helped, though.
Of course it did. You were a huge help, and I owe you big time for it.
Sepertinya sama.
Now then, you only got partway through the VIP experience last time, didn't you? You still have to try the hot springs and snacks. Both are top tier.
Oh, true! How could Paimon forget about that? Especially the snacks. Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package. Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around. Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually asked for where she...
She takes the evenings to relax. She probably... Oh, remember...
Well played. I can see that you put a lot of...
This should be the place. What? Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Oh, maybe we got pulled into one of her bizarre dreams again.
Traveler? Paimon? What are you doing
Ashley. We were hoping to get our next appointment booked in.
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer here than I intended. Don't worry, this isn't a dream. I was just feeling a little sad.
Oh, what's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was the aftermath of the digestion process. Like I said, so...
Does that
Oh, don't most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity? So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor. I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible. Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff. Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try?
Yeah.
You really are different. Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you. Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep, have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
Alright, good night!
Bye for now.
Mizuki! We're here to book our next therapy appointment.
It hurts.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
It's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it.
Sepertinya
We only had 4
sama.
customers yesterday,
Bayanganmu yang
including you
terlampau
two.
bisa
Paimon blames the other two.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude. Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help!
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Let's see. They did say they were gonna get counseling from 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 again. Chances are that's where we'll find them.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Let's run.
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Hey, you two! Mursak!
Whoa.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting 𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓𝖓 bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
I don't think.
Huh.
No, why would I?
What is going on? Although...
No.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No. No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can, 𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖓, they're negative but those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious. If it's 𝖊𝖓𝖓, did you notice any?
Not really. You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 right away.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as...
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Oh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel. Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓 treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, at least as long as you answer our question.
Alright. But seriously, we really have no idea.
Yeah, that...
Is he trying to...
They really don't know anything?
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No.
In that case... Yes, I suppose. Honestly...
Don't forget, we want to... So we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved. And the bathhouse is back...
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I arrive. The last thing I want is for you to put yourself in harm's way.
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down in our time. This guy's small potatoes compared to them.
Paimon.
Alright, sure. We'll keep our distance and send the message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can't find him? 'Cause, in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything. Oh, wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on. There's no time to lose! To the Grand Narukami Shrine!
Nah, bro.
Shower me with pain! My apologies! Absurd! Dead. I'll settle this. Let my name echo in song! The eye sweeps the land! Shattered! Embrace the ice! Whirling spell! Only emptiness awaits.
Kylian Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe.
blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. Charge to oblivion!
She's usually somewhere around here.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
Shine down! I see everything! Let the world come on!
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts.
Make yourselves at home.
You may remember I dropped...
Aha! So you did bring him up on purpose!
Let's not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
Yeah, next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙.
Wait, what?
You know him?
I once asked, are you telling me that 𝖊𝖓𝖙 the Hellraiser and 𝖊𝖓𝖓 the...
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that...
All right. This was the delivery address he gave to the warehouse to, of course, with the benefit of...
You've got a point.
I'm just glad I could help my old friend.
You mean Mizuki?
I can tell that...
Really?
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors. She is always... The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while.
Shine down! Solidify!
Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you were...
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Charge to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. shelter.
This should be the place Miko mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant I was free to head out again as soon as I received your message. So, this is where 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙 lives.
Sure hope so, cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
Then that confirms, so from here on out, stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want either of you getting hurt. Or
Ih, anjir nih, tai dah. Dims, welcome Dims.
A blade is like a leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
The world remains constant over the centuries.
wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Tuan muda anjay. Tuan muda Phoenix kan.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting. This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed. The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions. 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙 Gensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, aneh-aneh, emang disappear.
Time to relax.
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Take flight. 𝖘𝖔𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖙. 𝖙𝖚𝖓𝖙.
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions. But
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
What is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me. I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I've acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew, despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire fascinating... Emotions are negative Not only that, so do you have...
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance, the person you...
Aduh,
You're
ngantuk
dominated by
coy.
your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
Phew. How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just a terrible joke. This is no dream. No.
Something's appeared behind him.
Is this a real world? Is this a fantasy? Or in a
Clearly you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I've wrapped him in was all impenetrable, yet still you managed to tear it down.
Just kill a man.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
What is that?
A nightmare monster.
Goodbye,
a fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is 𝖘𝖔𝖒𝖊𝖊, and I am the last of my kind.
𝖘𝖔𝖒𝖊𝖊. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. How have you survived all these years?
Likewise. Yumenazuki is a name that takes me back to a different age.
Goodbye, everybody.
I may be born in a pit, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
What a feeling matter. Bentar ya. Goodbye, everybody. I got to go.
What's happening? Haimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the pads?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
There! He's got nowhere left to run! Whoa! What's happening to the ground?
Watch out! I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all right?
Don't worry. We've fallen from bigger heights before. The bigger issue here is that he got away and we were so close! Ugh.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. Well, Remember the fragrance? He's turned emerald.
Eat this.
Not only is it.
Oh, Paimon knows that.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
Where the light is.
Goodbye, everybody.
Turn that frown
I gotta
upside
go.
down.
But I leave it all below the sky.
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! Do you understand me? You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Ugh. The atmosphere here is so oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
Cakep banget.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Time to relax.
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash. Go find a real job.
Aw. Poor guy. Paimon feels so...
We shouldn't stay.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanged.
Ha ha! I won! Another round? That guy? Let's keep playing.
Wow.
Nope.
Hmm? What is it?
It's his sorrow. Human emotions exist in a by isolate if we want to restore.
Oh, so...
Well done, Paimon.
Aw.
I need to find a way to... Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept...
Let it out, Shui.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Oh. Ugh. Mizuki!
It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry can work wonders.
Are you ready to come? I'll be waiting for you.
All right. There goes that nightmare.
Amazing!
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you...
He's
free!
What is this place?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective 𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙 subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Mizuki, that eye...
He's trying to turn this place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? Where are we gonna find those?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Come on, follow me. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
Our bond is strong. Lightning,
𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙 echo in song.
Hey! Make yourselves a room!
My apologies.
Yeah!
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across 𝖊𝖓 tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to set. Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see 𝖊𝖓𝖙's tourist spots, I have a few references. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But there are those who share the dream.
Gila ngantuk coy.
chasing Tanuki through the woods. And thank you for lending us your happiness.
The show begins!
Turn that frown upside down. Time to relax. Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face him head on.
This is order.
The core should be just
yokai.
up ahead.
Why? Are these sweet?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
No problem. We're ready to go.
Solidify. I will have order. Stabilize.
There is no escape.
If you ever feel down, just drop everything and go out for some fresh air.
Order cut.
𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖙 shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
Sweet dreams!
The ability that you walk into my trance praises me. Do you not realize why I yours you here? Because this is money for me. Where are you?
Not yet, it isn't.
Everyone hold hands.
Now, use the power of the good dreams.
I think you will find it to be quite ineffective against the power of my nightmares. I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans.
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All the while, your kind has always thrived by magnifying your.
When it's you, but this.
You do realize.
Oh, but I love. Now here. Do you see? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger, but we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, without the 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓, they to hold their head, they would sooner
These feelings, regret, and after all, long before the power that you... The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Lightning flash! Bellowing thunder!
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Tolong dibantu bro, anjing.
Thunderclap! Take this! Bellowing thunder! Lightning flash! Take this! Bellowing thunder!
Once the false dream he created has been... I don't think I ever would have been able to do that.
Don't mention it! What? He's still not dead?
Maybe he made him...
So you mean we're in...
We've got to wait.
What? Ow!
This should be high enough.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes. Yes.
Ngantuk nih coy.
Hold on tight. The 𝖊𝖓𝖙𝖊𝖓𝖓 are getting to work. It's finally. Traveler, could I pick your brain with. Most people, as a result, heck, there are even. Which is all to say. Even though I call still, if we can use psychotherapy that way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams until there will be enough to share around. A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, so I must think, and knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you, too! Paimon was just... Oh, and speak...
It's a little...
Oh...
Still, then...
Huh?
Pandanya Niki.
Thank you for